We're in today with the GTX 650 Ti boost. This is a 2013 video card with 768 shaders. It's got 2 GB of VRAM GDDR5 running at 1072 MHz on the core clock and 1502 MHz on the memory clock. It's got 192 bits bus width, DirectX 11, and today we're gonna pair it up with this E5 2699 V4 with 22 cores and 22 threads with hyperthreading disabled. The best thing we can do for this video card is just jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. Let's start with Fortnite on 1080p with performance mode. I got 100% render scale in this situation. You can see that the GPU is doing a fantastic job. It's got a very nice core speed in this situation, 1.1 gig on the frequency, 120 watts consumption from this video card. This is a very good video card that is consuming a lot of wattage, but it does give you some performance. Why you say it's consuming a lot of wattage, but it's a small way. Theoretically, it's a full-size video card, but it's only utilizing one 6-pin connector. You know, it's not a lot, you know, but I was expecting a little less, maybe 90, 100, you know. But with the PCI Express that is 75 plus the 6-pin connector on the side, I will say this is a decent performance from this video card. The only thing I had to do is put the fan on maximum. I don't want the video card to heat up, you know, so 67, 68 degrees. It's a blower style, so that means the video card should be hot. But in this situation with 100% fan speed, you can see that it's holding pretty well. Considering it's 100% load on the core, you know, nearly 300 watts consumption from the computer, I will say this is an overall good performance. But if we're jumping in Farlight with this computer and this video card, you can actually see that on 1080p with normal details, it's like a performance mode. Apparently the game managed to get some upgrades, you know, managed to get some updates in the system, and the video card is doing a fantastic job in this situation. Look at this. It's got 3 stages on the graphics. It's got low, medium and maximum. You know, if you're doing that performance upgrade, you're gonna see that it's a nice performance in the game with your hardware. You can get high-end FPS in this situation with your computer, because with the GTX 650 Ti you can get 240 hertz from this game, but you have to put it on performance mode. That's the only downside. The game looks pretty on maximum details, but it's not worth it because you need high-end FPS. Look at this, 278 watts consumption from this computer, 71 degrees on from the video card because I'm maxing out the core of this video card with the maximum VRAM, and you need to understand that it's possible to actually play this game with 240 FPS. That is my monitor on 1080p, you know. I mean, it's actually 1440p, but I play on 1080p, and that is a very decent amount of performance from this computer. I like it, seriously. I like this performance that this game is offering me. It's something that I really want from a computer, you know, and games that actually works really nice. But if we're jumping in PUBG with this video card and this system, I put everything on 1080p with lowest details with 100% render scale, and I don't have 60 FPS. I actually thought I would get away with this video card with this game. Seriously, I have Fortnite, I have Farlight. Apparently they were working really nice, but in PUBG apparently it's not working with 60 FPS. I mean, what do you want to play? You want to play PUBG with this 40 FPS, or do you want to play Farlight with 240 FPS? Because I can guarantee you that I will choose Farlight in that case, seriously. But the question is it possible to actually do some how shall I say, improvement in this? You know, I got 1080p, I got low details, but I still have one more thing left there, that is 100% render scale, you know. So if I want to really play the game, I need to adjust the render scale in order to get better FPS, you know. So let's put 80% render scale. I'm just curious to start from there and see how it holds. So it all depends on your preference and how much lower quality you can get in your eyes and in your head, you know. In this situation I got 1.7 gig of VRAM utilization because I lowered the quality here, and I had 1.8 or something, nearly to 1.9, and it's very important to understand that because that's the amount of power this video card can handle, you know, the amount of VRAM this video card can push. And in this situation PUBG is out of the question, seriously. 270 watts consumption from this computer. I mean, it's a good performance, but not the best, seriously. When it comes to Apex, you can actually see that the performance, it's not with me. I don't really recommend this type of gameplay because I would rather side with games that actually work. But I came into the game and tried to see how the game is holding with this video card. It's struggling, you know, it's struggling to put this video card on its playable performance. You know, I put 1080p, everything into on lowest. The only thing I didn't manage to put, because I wanted to see the original performance, how it's working, is adaptive FPS target. So if you put that, it will lower the render scale in order for you to get the playable FPS. Let me see if I can actually put it, because I'm curious what's going to happen. So if I put this to 100 FPS, and you can actually see the fuzziness now that is in the game, you know. But it is, you know, it is an option that I wanted to show you to see if it's possible to play the game without modifying it, because it looks sharp, you know, without that FPS target, you know. Imagine performance mode without modifying the render scale, something like that, you know. The moment you put the render scale down, you're done, you know. Let's see how it's running Cyberpunk with 1024, because this is the only resolution I can put in the game. I have no upscaling, I have no slider to put on lower quality, I got no Fidelity FX options, because the moment I put Fidelity FX, the screen becomes black. I got 270 watts consumption. I just wanted to see how much this game is utilizing this video card, you know. 105, 110 watts consumption. I mean, it's very surprising that the VRAM managed to reach 2000 megabytes of VRAM. That's the only thing that I'm surprised. That's the only reason I came here, to see the video card put to the wall, you know, because until now only 1.6, 1.7, 1 point something. Oh, can you use 2 gig of VRAM, you know, from this video card? That was the question, and apparently it's almost possible to use 2 gig of VRAM from this, you know. So I like it. I like this idea of using this video card in this situation like this, you know, 30 to 40 FPS on average in Cyberpunk with this. CPU has no problem, 11.3 gig of system RAM, 20-30% load, 41 degrees. The CPU is okay in this situation, but the video card is very fascinating to see GTX 650 like this in Cyberpunk, you know, 2013 video card. It's insane, seriously. If you want to play Counter-Strike with this video card, you'll end up on 1080p with everything on performance mode with Fidelity FX and low details, running with nearly 60-70 FPS. This is a good performance from this video card, considering how much is being utilized. Maximum core load on this video card, and nice temperature, you know, 69 degrees. 1.8 gig of VRAM utilized here with this video card. It's not a bad performance when it comes to a GTX 650 Ti boost, you know. In Counter-Strike, apparently you can play it, you know. You can play Counter-Strike with this video card and you have no problem. Sometimes you can see it's dropping below 60 FPS and it's not okay, but it does the job, so there is no problem here, because the option for you then is to lower the resolution in such a way that you get nearly to 100 FPS. It is possible, because majority of the time people are modifying the resolution to get higher and FPS in order to get competitive in this case. This situation with 1080p, because I'm 100% sure, so somebody who has a 650 Ti, you know, in the computer, they will lower the resolution to get nearly to 100 FPS. As a base, with 1080p with low details, it's possible to get nearly 60 FPS. But if you lower the resolution, you'll get more FPS. This is a very delight surprise from this computer. I like it. Look at this. 280 watts consumption from the computer. I got 72 FPS with 90% load on the video card. This is important because the first time this GPU is not utilized at maximum. I mean, it's doing the job, 70 FPS in this case, but there is a chance that the CPU, a couple of threads or core is there, is doing something very dodgy. Do I like the performance? Yes, I like it. With maximum details, 1080p, the video card doesn't have any stress in this case, because it's doing a fantastic fantastic work, you know. It is possible to play Dota and some top games that are on Steam, you know, with a lot of players, and you can utilize this video card even today with an older machine. Look at this, Dota is working really nice, and this is the best question I can ask from this video card. Does it run Dota? If it's running Dota with 1080p, I can adjust it maybe to medium details in such a way that I get more FPS and distress that CPU. Or who's bottlenecking here, because the GPU is only on 89-90% load, so that's the only thing I can blame, you know, a couple of threads from the CPU because they are 2.8 gig on the frequency. But if we're jumping in GTA 5 with this video card with 1080p normal details DirectX 10, I want to see the core on maximum load and I want to see some hundreds of FPS. I had enough with 40-50 FPS. Seriously, I want to see GTA 5 how it's running on maximum, because if I can put this video card on the wall with 100% load on the core and hundreds of FPS, I will take it, because yeah, at the end of the day I want the frame time to be 10 or lower, you know, not 50. And in GTA 5 with this performance, I like it, seriously, because there is a chance like this. If this is in single player mode, then there is a chance I can go online with this video card and actually have some fun. That 2 gig of VRAM, I'm 100% sure is going to be higher. So in this situation, you can see that it's still climbing. 1 gig of VRAM. It started from 900 megabytes of VRAM, and in this situation, you can see it's 1.2 already and still climbing. But because that 100 FPS, the temperature on the GPU is 72. You know, it's not the nice temperature I want, you know, 69. But even like this, it's still a decent performance. So I like it. I like this performance this video card is offering me. The only thing it's important is to find a video card like this cheap. That's it. If you can find it in a system when you bought it cheap, then it's a good video card and it's good to have it in the computer. For instance, this EVGA model, it's a fantastic video card. I think there's a lot of potential for this. You know, it's got an SLI connector, but it doesn't go only two-way, and in this case I hardly think I will find another model like this, you know, cheap. Nevertheless, EVGA GTX 650 Ti boost, it's okay, but I don't recommend it. You know, I think there's a lot of video cards that can actually do the job better, you know, and they're cheap. That's it. Listen, don't get me wrong. I got it. I appreciate it. I love this video card because I have it, you know. I'm grateful that I have the video card, and I will try to benchmark it as much as possible, you know, and I will use it as many times as possible, you know. I'm very grateful for that I have the video card, but I do not recommend it, you know. There's other video cards that you can buy that are much better. If you have any suggestion for the video card or for the system, leave a comment and I will see you very soon.